Another child was born on the day that our daughter arrived. The family didn't have all we did, but they wouldn't be deprived, because someone cared enough to say these children need to hear the sorts of stories that we tell to show we hold them dear. Before I met my daughter, I took time to look around at thrift stores and at rummage sales to see what books I found. And every time I'd find a few, a couple in the stack would say, "United Way, you cast clay with Love, Dolly on the back." I didn't have to think twice about $1 here and there. It was just another little way for me to say I care. But what about that other family's child on the way? How could they purchase books when they were living day to day? Someone said, "I can make this better, though I can't tell these stories by myself. But if we give a little, all of us together can help put books on every child's shelf, on every child's shelf." Thoughtful friend had signed us up, and now we watch the mail. And every single month a new book shows up without fail. But more books are delivered on the day that ours arrives, and each one makes a difference in kids' and parents' lives. A book's a present you can open over and again. Getting one from someone can make all the difference when you're barely scraping by, but someone's love persisted to give a bedtime story that might never have existed. Because someone said, "I can make this better, though I can't tell these stories by myself. But if we give a little, all of us together can help put books on every child's shelf, every child's shelf."
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. It is such a pleasure to be here with you today, and I love to write custom songs about people and organizations that are making a difference in our community. So if you have a story that needs to be told in song, please feel free to let me know. The day after our daughter was born, a friend of ours called, and he told us that he had signed us up for the Imagination Library, and I'd felt like I'd heard about it before, and I felt like I kind of knew the premise, and I was grateful. But when you're taking a newborn home from the hospital for the first time, you got a lot of other things on your mind. Seriously, I don't think I have ever driven that slowly before, in my entire life. And so I might have forgotten about that call, but it didn't take long before I was reminded about it again. Each time a new book arrived, it didn't just remind us that Amelia was already another month older. It helped us know what she was ready for and what we as parents could do to encourage her growth and development. It helped us think about what we could do right now to help prepare her for a better future. From the moment that first book arrived with our daughter's name on it, I started to get an understanding of what a gift this program truly is. There are children growing up in families where buying books isn't a possibility and maybe not even a priority. And that lack of access to literature puts them at a disadvantage, academically, socially, and in the long run, financially. But that changes thanks to the generosity of people like you who are willing to invest in the community and the future. Because when we are helping the children of people we don't even know, we are helping our own children more than we can understand. My family might not have to worry about buying books. This is mainly due to my thrift store addiction. You can ask my wife about that. But I feel so much appreciation for the vision of Dolly Parton, United Way, and everyone who helps make this program possible. When I wrote this song, I didn't know where it would end up. Just like sometimes when you're giving to a cause, you don't know what the ultimate outcome is going to be, but you hope that it will make a difference. Having a community where kids have access to books benefits all of us. But United Way does so much more. From school supplies to access to nutritious meals, they are here for our students and our community in more ways than we can count. We all want a better future, a future where hunger and homelessness are no longer insurmountable problems, a future where people are independent and lifted out of poverty, a future where children come to school ready to succeed. And even though people might have different ideas about how to get there, thanks to all of you, we have a united way. Thank you.